Okay, Virgo, this one's for you. Oh gosh, I don't do jumpers and flyers and things like that. We don't do reversals here. This is really bare bones, stripped down. You guys know what to do. You've been here before. This is Tarot Illumination with your August 2017 Love and Relationships reading. It's for you, Virgo. Okay? We're going to try and do this properly. You know the deal, you know the drill. Read for your sun, moon, and rising. Also, it will help you tremendously if you could watch the introduction video for Love and Relationships. It actually explains a lot more about the format of the reading. And the readings are done from a perspective of relationship dynamics. It's called a love and relationship reading for a reason, because relationships involve yourself and another. Now, if you want to interpret this for singles, fine, you can do so, because you're still radiating the energy of relationship regardless, and you might be simply attracting the radiation of the energy of another over here, but it might not be in three-dimensional format. That's all. So I hope that could help. Also, with this spread, I call it a crucible spread, a mini crucible. It's not the big ones we do in private, but it's the mini crucible. And it's on the understanding that in a significant relationship, there is yourself, another, and then there's the relationship itself. And the relationship is an entity of its own. It has its own identity and structure and nature and energy. And in a very healthy relationship, the parties conduct their relationship through the relationship rather than directly face-to-face in terms of synastry, like you would in an astrology synastry report. So let's get on with it. Let's see what's coming up. Don't forget, we got the eclipses coming. We're diving right into it. Heavy Leo pressure, okay? I don't want to go into the astrology here. We're just going to read tarot for you. Okay, Virgo, let's see what happens. We're going to cut it to split it up, break up the energy, and we're just going to go for it. Okay? All right, let's see. This is, let's say that's you, and this is another, their energy. And then this is going deeper, deeper into you, and deeper into another. And this is the relationship itself, okay? Can you see here the crucible, the cup shape? A crucible is a structure very much like a bowl that can withstand intense pressure, in which the dynamics of relationship can occur in a safe environment where it is a chosen environment that is designed to withstand the sorrows and joys, the ups and downs, the agonies, the ecstasies, the boredom, the excitement, all of that. So both parties can spiritually evolve and grow together. And here's the momentum where things are heading, okay? Let's have a look. Next, we're going to have a look at the card underneath. I like to think of that as the weather, like it's prevailing conditions that can influence your situation, the reading, and your energy, and the energy of another, but it's not the reading itself. And you have the Seven of Pentacles. So it could indicate, Virgo, that through this August Leo season coming up right now, and the eclipses, especially with all these planets retrograde, we've got Sun, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto all retrograde most of the month, and Mercury retrograde for a good chunk of the month. So there's a tremendous amount of pressure, not just on you, Virgo, but everybody, to do a lot of reevaluation, rewinding, reformatting, repairing, actually even rejoicing, and again, refurbishing. So take advantage of this. It's on the understanding that you've already planted seeds, and there's something in motion here already in the relationship dynamic, and you're starting to see, let's say, fruition, okay? But it's still early days. So whether you're tightly coupled for years or you're newly formed, let's go for it anyway. Let's have a look at your energy here, Virgo. So, okay. So with this new start, for you, all this heavy Leo energy, very strong Leo energy is happening in your 12th house of spirituality, of self-undoing, of universal love, of checking out and resting and healing and taking a break, and where all the deepest wounds and pains and sufferings lie hidden. So it's a lot, okay? And there's going to be big changes there, okay, Virgo? Changes in your spirituality, changes in your health, in your daily habits, that kind of energy. And it's happening in a way that you might have never understood or expected or predicted or allowed for ever before. But with the full card here, and it can indicate that you're okay with that. It's almost like, you know what? It's okay. I can handle it. I'm Virgo. I'm very good at who I am and what I do and how I do it. And even if it means I'm going completely blind into this new refurbishment where I'm going Virgo Mark 1 coming into Virgo Mark 2, especially in the context of relationships, it's okay. I can handle it. If I have to, I will just act as if I know what I'm doing. I will just conduct myself with all the dignity and respect and self-respect to myself and others as I would anyway, even though I have absolutely no idea what's going on. Okay? That's just fine. I'm sorry, Virgo. I don't know why this is happening to me, why I'm seeing so much humor here. Let's have a look at the other. Well, they've got, let's say, outcomes that they're starting to sense as well. Now, in the context of a relationship, that is what is happening here. So in other words, you might be vested in a relationship and with someone who is vested as well. And in their own way, they are feeling the sense of shift and change and like, whoa, wait a minute, stuff is happening. We've got to reconfigure this and understand what is exactly going on here, my dear. And they are, let's say, okay, this is you. Okay, this is you, Virgo, just being you, going in a state of complete trust, smiling sweetly, knowing that you can handle anything and everything in your pathway coming up in August and out the other side of August with these eclipses, all right? And at the same time, we're dealing with another who has completely, they're off in their own, let's say, agenda, so to speak. But of course, it's safe and comfortable because it looks like right now they are in relationship in such a way that's actually quite functional, quite effective, because the relationship itself seems to be providing enough stability and security and some kind of environment in which they are starting to see their own aspirations, dreams, fulfillments coming into being. Not necessarily happening right now, but they can see it and feel it, and it's very affirmative for them. It's like, wow, maybe I made the right decision to hang in with you, Virgo, or stay with you, or even hook up with you in the first place. This is kind of cool because this is cool for me. This is cool for me. Wow. So that's nice, Virgo. It's nice to be with someone who actually appreciates you, even though they're off on their own here, like enjoying this kind of in their own bubble. But that's okay, because it's very, very important in a healthy relationship that you retain a sense of your own identity. You don't want to get completely lost in another party, because that's unhealthy. That can be called things like, what do they call it, codependency and stuff like that, where you become dysfunctional without each other. In other words, a really healthy relationship conducted through the relationship as opposed to one-on-one like this will allow both parties to flourish and prosper and evolve and grow and heal in the context of the relationship. And yet at the same time, you get the privilege of maintaining and owning and keeping your own identity. And you can be there for each other as you both evolve and grow in your own way. Like you always have the chance to check in with each other. It's like, hey, how am I doing? That's okay. By the way, I was going to ask, can you tell me what the bleep is going on? Oh, sure. I'll just tell you from my perspective. By the way, I've been very busy minding my own business, but since we're in this together, I'm going to let you know. Here's some tips. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. I really needed that. So I'll see you later tonight. Yeah, honey. So see you later tonight. And yeah, okay. Oh, by the way, did you order pizza? Oh, sure. I forgot. I'll take care of that. Don't worry. So it's that kind of energy, all right? So let's have a look deeper inside of you. Okay, Virgo. Bam. Oh, beautiful. Look at this power and stuff going on here, Virgo. It's like something magic is going on, Virgo. It's like above and beyond. It's almost like you're just living your life, and you turn off the highway somewhere, whether you're being driven in an Uber or whether you're driving a minivan with kids or you're just doing chores or back and forth to work, and you notice something on the side of the road. You think, oh my gosh, I better head over there. I might be a few minutes late, but it's okay. I need to go see what that is. And you're just sort of drawn there by intuition, and you get there and you realize, like it turns into like a weird movie, and you go through this veil and all this new amazing wonderful stuff happens, like, where am I? And you're wearing new clothes, you look different, you look amazing and feel amazing. And it could be make you feel as though you've just been swept along into this like magic carpet ride, because with these two together it's almost like epically awesome, like the Wizard of Oz type of energy, you know? So like there you are, Virgo, just trying to live your life and get through August, and all of a sudden inside of you it's just like, what is going on here? This is like super cool. This is like, I've always dreamed that something like this could happen. I'm not even sure what it is, but I know it's awesome. And I'm just going to trust it and believe in it, because the spirits and guides and all the energies of the universe are indicating me that everything is fine. Everything is exactly as it should be. And there's no reason for me to be scared or lose hope in my day-to-day mundane life here with my significant so-and-so over here who's just off in their world doing their thing, because we're still okay. It's just that for Virgo, you right now, you are on a magic carpet ride. Weird and wonderful, scary and spooky, I have no idea. But it looks like a magic carpet ride from here. And it could be very, very, very deeply infused with this kind of energy, but in ways that you've never, ever known or experienced before, which could almost be disorienting, which is what might make you feel like you've just arrived at some weird amusement park that you've never seen or known before. And it's very exciting, it's very scary, all at once. Just like being a kid at an amusement park. So what's going on deeper inside this other? Okay, let's have a look. Aha! They are seeing the wisdom of their ways and the benefits of being with you, in that, let's look at on the positive spin here, that they may be dealing with their own internal dramas that are almost like nothing to do with you at all, Virgo. It's just that you guys are together, and in your togetherness, they are living through an experience of their own, which is really, really setting them on a new path, to the point where they might have had like dreams and ambitions even from childhood, and they're only just now starting to manifest at this point in their life. And that's very cool. And they can see it happening, like, oh my gosh, I've been dreaming of this since I was a teenager or something. And now cool stuff is starting to happen. And what happens also as they go deeper down, they are realizing that they are going through huge changes as this stuff unfolds for them in their life. And they are leaving a lot of poisonous stuff from the past behind. And they are moving on with the cool new stuff that they are understanding and downloading through this, I would call it this big retrograde period that's affecting everybody. They are figuring it out for themselves. Like, they don't want to be a burden to you. They don't want to stop you from going on your magical mystery tour. And they're very happy to be with you in this relationship, and be able to evolve in their own way too, coming into calmer, more peaceful, serene, and beautiful ways of being, with a whole new mindset, a whole new set of perceptions, attitudes, and beliefs that they never really had before, which could never have occurred outside of the relationship. So yeah, I know we could put a much darker spin on this card. We could say deep down, they might be thinking of walking away from you. Oh dear, because maybe they have ambitions outside of the relationship that are not being met inside the relationship. Does that make any sense, Virgo? It doesn't mean they're acting upon it, but there's no love or cup cards or psychic type cards here, but it could be that that little aspect, that shadow aspect of the energy that I just described, um, is very imperceptible, and they might not even know that they're behaving or acting that way themselves because they're still here in the relationship. Okay, but I prefer to put a positive spin on this one because that's how I felt at first. I just felt obliged to mention the shadow aspect in case it resonates more with you. Not that I want to, pee on your parade, so to speak. So deep down inside of them, yeah, it's almost like they're going through this massive attitude adjustment with the Six of Swords here, and they are systematically, methodically purging, and purging everything that doesn't work, and they pretty much already know what that is, and it's just a question of now formally, eventually, finally leaving it all behind and moving on with the good stuff that works, and forget the rest. In other words, we are going to evolve and we are going to advance one way or another somehow together. You understand that this is a group energy here. This other party is taking and bringing their loved ones with them forward because it's for the benefit of all. Their own personal evolution here in the context of this relationship is mutually beneficial. Not just for themselves, but for the both of you, even though it might appear that they're off in their own cloud doing this stuff. Okay? So don't take it too personally, Virgo, if you feel some degree of like large periods of separation, which can come back together in these very beautiful magic moments, but in ways that we can't describe right now. So also remember, the prevailing conditions are about this, that, reevaluating, reviewing, revamping everything, and coming to an understanding that it is worth it. This is very, very much worth it type of energy. It's an understanding that both of you, let's just put it this way. This is your reading, Virgo, for your relationship with a significant other. And this is indicating that in this relationship, what we've described so far, there's a lot invested, but it's still very new in its new dynamic, the new energy that's going to start to unfold. And it needs very, very, very careful long-term attention, okay? You can't let all this turn to weeds, and you can't just walk around in here and just pick the fruit whenever you feel like it. It needs disciplined, long-term attention in order to maximize the energies of what's going on here. And all that's happening is this little card is just reminding you, Virgo, pay attention, pay very, very close to the inner dynamics of what's happening in this relationship situation, okay? Because it's potentially very exciting and potentially very rewarding and inspiring, not only for you, but this is almost like belongs to the world. It's almost like, Virgo, the way things are heading here, it looks like the relationship dynamics are not just for your own spiritual growth and advancement, but it's almost like it belongs to the world. So you might be advancing and evolving and growing in such ways where you feel like you're being elevated and put on this magic carpet where you start to feel like, my gosh, my life has more purpose and more meaning than I ever thought. I thought it was just like, taking care of all the chores and the kids and the schools and colleges and whatever it is, and just doing my day job and like just minding my own business and trying to have healthy habits. But you're realizing that all of this has significance above and beyond your, let's say, mundane world. This relationship has significance on a larger scale, outside and above and beyond just you and a significant other. In other words, it's almost like a charmed relationship in some weird and wonderful way that has a purpose and meaning and mission above and beyond normal. And it's important to the world. It's like you, Virgo, and your relationship are very important to the world. Okay? I'm not sure how to expand on that in a way, because I'm hoping you have an understanding yourself what that means for you, because I could go on for an hour about that stuff. And we're kind of on a clock here, okay? So I'm just being optimistic, because there's a lot of optimism here, and I'm rooting for you. I'm going for you, Virgo. I really want this to work and be good for you, because it's definitely good for the other, even though they're on their own like trip, so to speak, like head tripping about it all. So let's have a look at the relationship itself, whatever it is. Okay, so right now it looks like this is foundational energy. Some people put like shadowy spins on this card because it's the Four of Discs and say, oh, it's the Miser card. I'm gripping too hard on reality. And sure. But my feel here right now is quite different. My feel is that with the Four of Pentacles here, it's an indication that this might be a good moment in time, like this eclipse season, this new Leo North Node energy, all this new Leo energy that's going to shift and move your life in a whole new direction, where you're going to be asked to like shine your light very, very bright in wherever that lies in your chart, the Leo 0 degrees all the way up to the Leo 29 degrees. In which case, I'm going to put multiple spins on here. It might feel that the stability and foundations of your relationship might be in question, because this is such strong energy just for you alone, that it can like almost like take you out of the relationship. And the same for a significant other. It's like both of you, here's the other one, evolving on their own path too, again, all in the context of relationship. But what can happen is that the energies between yourself and the other are so different, even though it's very, very complementary, and both obviously see high value in yourselves and each other, and both are very likely to be aware that this is a long-term commitment that needs long-term steady work. It can also feel as though like the foundations are shifting here. Now, this is not the Tower card. This is a good solid 4, and the 4s are very solid and very, very stable. And what it can indicate is that you have the primary ingredients of a very solid relationship that will endure, on the understanding that you make the commitment, you stay with it, and you do the work, and weed the garden as you go along, and tend the fruit and do the fertilizing as you go along in a very, very long-term methodical manner. And this very, very nascent or elemental foundation to the relationship will only blossom and grow from there and become richer and stronger. And it can also indicate here with the Four of Pentacles that you are on a solid foundation, and it's really worthwhile keeping it. It's really worthwhile holding on to this and keeping it and nurturing this thing, okay? And don't look at the shadow aspect so much, because this could bide very well for the long term for you guys, okay? So where does that lead you in terms of momentum? Whoa. So Virgo, my feeling is that this is really, really good news. It's kind of a strange reading, honestly, because these cards here are so powerful. And the Pentacles cards are very indicative of good, wholesome, down-to-earth, like reality stuff. And you're dealing with someone who is really evolving and growing in their own way too. And they're obviously enjoying the benefits of this relationship. And because this energy belongs to you, this is like a piece of property that both of you own. It's like you have joint ownership of the relationship. And it's obvious that there is a mutual investment here. And it shows signs of stability for the long term. And what it can indicate that for both parties over the long term, regardless of your own magic carpet ride over here, regardless of their own evolution going on over here, in terms of the relationship itself, with the King of Cups here, it can indicate that both of you are in a relationship that is mature, very, very stable, and is able to withstand the most turbulent emotional impact, okay? And you will get through it all, both of you, no matter what. And also in the process of investing in the relationship long term, the power and the stability of the relationship will only improve more and more and more and more. And it has like what I feel as like long-term legacy energy for you, Virgo, where it's all worthwhile, where, like, let's say, because both of you own this, like, you start to get the feel on, let's say over here on your magic carpet ride, you get the feeling like, I have to do this, I'm just going to do it, I have no clue what it actually means and the exact details of how it's going to pan out, but I know I've got to do it, and all the signs are pointing to me and telling me that I have to do this, and it's just awesome. And I am guided and I am protected, and I'm going to radiate that energy myself as I go through this. And then you come back down to earth, you know, like, oh, hi, honey, yeah, yeah, so we said we would check in later tonight, and did you go get the pizza? And they're like, oh my God, I forgot, I was so off on my own thing. And then you say, don't worry, I knew you would be that way. So guess what? I took care of it already. Ha 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 ha. And they go, oh my God, you read my mind. And so all of a sudden it becomes really cozy, and it's sort of almost like, it's almost like deliciously romantic, but in a very, very like mature way. It's not like silly, goofy stuff. It's like people who can grow old together and cuddle up together and hold hands together and watch each other grow old together. And, you know, the better it gets, the better it gets. It's one of those kind of energies. And it's like, I'm really happy for you, Virgo. I don't know why. I've hardly ever had a reading like this. I've never felt such a like a weird, giggly, happy energy before in a reading. I don't get it that often. So from my perspective, for you, Virgo, this is just lovely. This is just lovely. It's just like doopy doopy doo, like, oh, I'm doing this, and oh, well, I'm doing that, and like, wow, that's cool. I saw you doing your thing. Yeah, and I knew that you were going to do your thing, but it's awesome. I'll come and tell you about my cool stuff. Yeah, and when I'm done, I'll come and tell you about my cool stuff. Okay? So, yeah, see you later. Yeah, see you later. Okay, bye. So it's that kind of energy. It's exciting, and I'm kind of jealous, honestly, Virgo. I'm kind of jealous. If we're gonna admit it. Now let's pull quickly. Let's do this quickly. We're on a clock. Couple of minutes here. We're gonna pull you a love, like a romance angel card, just for fun. I got to do it. Everyone else has got one, so you get one too. All right, Virgo? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, let's see what happens. Quickly, let's do this. You're going to have to trust me, Virgo, that I'm going to pick the right card, even if it's a spooky, scary card. So don't worry about it. It's all part of the magic carpet ride. All right, let's have a look. This is your card. Bam. Yeah. Romantic feelings. Oh, I told you. I told you. I told you. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Virgo, romance is not dead. Okay, let's have a look. We're going to set that here. And for fun and aesthetics, we're going to set this one here. And you're going to see, like, so there's your reading, right? You've got that? Let's tuck it up and nice and tight here so you can see that. That's your reading. And this is the supporting energy here. And this is your special lovey-dovey angel oracle card. So let's get the book. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. PQR, RE, excuse me, all thumbs. Retrieve romantic feelings. Here we go. Hold on tight, Virgo. The stirrings within your heart represent the song of romance calling to you. This card comes to you as guidance to follow the pathway of those feelings. Perhaps you've met someone who made your heart leap and you wondered whether to pursue him or her. Well, this card says that the answer is yes. Take action by flirting. Ask the person out on a date or make your feelings known. Okay. If you've recently been longing for more romance in your life, this card is a signal to take charge of making that happen. You can romance yourself. I don't want to reinterpret that right now. You can romance yourself, for example, treating yourself to a luxurious massage or pedicure, buying yourself presents, or watching a romantic movie. Excuse me, sorry. You can also actively pursue and attract romance. First, affirm that it is already inside of you. A partner definitely brings these feelings to your surface. However, they were within you as a potential initially. You own that, okay? The more you affirm, I am romantically loved, the more you attract this condition within yourself and through a relationship, even for singles. In some cases, you'll receive this card as a signal that you are ready for a new relationship. It then guides you to take action, such as being aware of people you meet who may be potential partners, as well as frequenting places where such potential partners may be. These would be locations or events located or events associated with your hobbies and interests. Isn't that cute? That's just lovely. I'm so happy for you, Virgo. Damn. So there you go. There you go. You got it all, man. You got it all. I'm happy to read this for you. Have a super August. Don't forget to read for your sun, moon, and rising. Watch the introduction video for the whole playlist. What else? Maybe watch your North Node video. Stuff like that. Okay. Thank you. Bye.